Military surplus firearms are ridiculously priced these days, but which millsurps provide the most bang for the buck right now? What's up guys, Readiness Reviews here with you again, and in today's video we're going to be doing a rundown of the perfect Milsurp firearm at 3 different price points. My opinions on the CNR top dog at $350, $500, and $1,000. And I suppose we'll get things started out with our lowest price point option, $350. It's pretty sad, but to be honest, to get your foot in the door with military surplus firearms in today's market, $300 to $350 is about as low as things go. But at about 350 smackers, I think the perfect military surplus rifle is the number 4 Mark I Lee Enfield, chambered in the .303 British cartridge. The number 4 rifle was England's primary infantry arm in the Second World War. They sport an amazingly smooth and fast cock-on-close action, have outstanding aperture-style sights, come equipped with a detachable box magazine with an impressive 10-round capacity, putting it above most other military surplus bolt actions. These rifles have an iconic and, in my opinion, really sexy look, and of course, they are accurate, reliable, and a ton of fun to shoot. At this point in time, I think Enfield pattern rifles are the perfect entry to Milsurp collecting. The number 4 here might be the perfect rifle, but let's not forget the number 1 Mark III Lee Enfield, which sometimes can actually be had for a little cheaper than the number 4. My particular example here has been on camera many times. It is a C-grade rifle from Royal Tiger Imports that I went through the process of refurbishing and putting back into serviceable condition. RTI has been offering these rifles for years at this point, and the price does fluctuate up and down some, but at the moment their B-grade number 4 Lee Enfields are $350, and if you're looking for a project gun and don't mind taking on some serious risk, they have C-grade examples for $250. Any rifle from Royal Tiger Imports is a roll of the dice, but I absolutely love the C-grade number 4 I got from them, and sure, .303 British ammo isn't the absolute cheapest, but at least it's available, so if you like shooting your Milsurps, the ammo is out there. So for $350, our Enfield rifles are pretty perfect, but what about handguns? This is a Czechoslovakian CZ82, and just so happens to be one of the most modern military surplus handguns that are CNR eligible. These Czech military and police pistols are chambered in 9mm Makarov, meaning that they have a good deal more oomph than a lot of your Milsurp handguns in the same price range. 9mm Makarov pretty handily beats .380 auto and absolutely destroys .32 auto, and in the CZ82 specifically, you get a 12-round double-stacked magazine, providing ample firepower. These guns have a pretty compact overall size, and as far as Milsurp guns go, this is one of the very few I would trust as an actual EDC option. They come with really solid 3-dot sights, are double action, single action, and I must admit, for a surplus pistol, that single action trigger on these is actually pretty darn good. They are both accurate and extremely reliable. I have never encountered a malfunction in the 3 examples that I've shot, and all that for right around $350. The outstanding CZ82 is the perfect Milsurp pistol at that price point. Now it's time to take things up to our $500 price point. At $500, there are far more military surplus rifle options than at $350. You can basically have your pick of any Mosin Nagant, any condition Lee Enfield, an Arisaka Type 99 or Type 38, and even the outstanding Swedish Mausers. But at a $500 price point, I think the perfect military surplus rifle is the outstanding Swiss K31 carbine. I have been beating the drum for Swiss Milsurps here on the channel for years, but I cannot stress enough to you guys how awesome these guns are, and the best thing is how readily available our Swiss Milsurps are, even in today's market. These things are everywhere. Swiss rifles are renowned for their ridiculously robust build quality and outstanding accuracy. Not just the K31, but the K11 carbine and G11 rifle variants are outstanding rifles as well. They all have this super smooth and really cool straight pull Smith-Rubin style action and have a really nice detachable 6-round magazine. That magazine is meant to be recharged by these really nice 6-round stripper clips, and the 7.5 by 55mm cartridge that these rifles are chambered in is truly world-class and extremely accurate when paired with one of these awesome guns. The K31 has really nice sights and an amazing trigger for a Milsurp firearm. Now this is our $500 price point rifle, and they are worth every cent of that But the truth is, you can actually pick one up for a little less than that on the current market, making them an outstanding value. The reason these rifles are so affordable when the price for everything else is so ridiculous is because they are still being imported. Every year around fall is Swiss rifle season, and new imports of these things come into the US and become available on the CNR market. And as long as those new imports continue, the price on these will be pretty good. But the fact is that will not last forever. At some point, stores of these rifles will dry up. They will no longer be imported, and at that point, prices on Swiss surplus will skyrocket, and people will be wishing they picked one up when they had the chance. If you're more of a handgun guy, though, I am happy to announce that there is a $500 price point pistol option, and that's going to be post-war Walther P38 handguns. A large import of these post-World War II aluminum frame Walther P38s came into the country about a year and a half ago, but these pistols are still kicking around on the CNR market for about $500. I've actually seen Black Friday deals this year for as low as about $400, and for that kind of price, these pistols are super worth it. Like any Walther P38, these have a detachable 8-round magazine, but what really makes this pistol appealing from a value standpoint is the 9mm parabellum chambering. These shoot standard 9x19 NATO ammo, which is probably the most ubiquitous handgun round in the world. It's the cheapest and most available, and if you really want to do a lot of shooting with your handgun, having it chambered in 9mm is the most economical option, in my opinion. Now, with these post-war aluminum frame examples, it is important to note that you probably shouldn't shoot very much heavy grain ammo. I don't recommend going over 124 grain for these particular pistols because it will cause undue wear to the aluminum frame. I actually have a full-length deep dive review of the aluminum frame Walther P38 here on the channel already. I will link that video right up here for you if you want to check that out. I don't regret picking this P38 up when I did one bit, and the fact that they're still available out there at this price point is pretty surprising. If I had to wager a guess, I'd say that's probably not going to last that much longer. So if you're thinking about getting one, now's probably the time. So Switzerland and Germany took the crown at our $500 level, but at $1,000, it is 100% American. Probably the most iconic battle rifle of the 20th century, the U.S. rifle Caliber 30 M1, or M1 Garand, is easily the $1,000 king, in my opinion. The fact that the average going rate for an M1 Garand is basically $1,000 these days hurts my soul. At $1,000, I figured the perfect Milsurp rifle had to be semi-automatic. And of course, the M1 Garand is a semi-auto repeater fed by an 8-round M-block clip and chambered in the powerful 30-06 cartridge. There are a ton of Milsurps for about $1,000, but very few have the shootability of the M1 Garand. This rifle has outstanding aperture-style sights, probably the best sights of any rifle of the Second World War. For the most part, they are very reliable, have a really nice trigger for a military firearm, and the accuracy the M1 Garand is capable of is truly impressive. When I first started posting videos to YouTube, the Civilian Marksmanship Program, the CMP, was offering M1 Garands for $650 and $750. And unfortunately, at this point in time, those really low price points are pretty much played out, but you can still get your hands on a really nice CMP M1 Garand for about $1,000. Mail order batches come and go, but they seem to pretty much always have some in stock at the physical locations. On the secondary market though, the M1 Garand is already going for over $1,000. So the clock is ticking on that 1,000 smacker price point for these excellent rifles. There's no doubt in my mind, this is the perfect rifle at that price. Unfortunately, 30-06 ammo isn't the cheapest, so if you're the kind of person that likes to do a lot of shooting, there might be better options than the M1 Garand for you. If you're interested in getting the most Milsurp for your money, including the cost of ammunition, I recently put out a video ranking the value of as many Milsurp platforms as possible, considering both the price of a rifle and the price of ammunition. If you want to check that video out, I will post it for you right up here. Now, unfortunately, in today's really tight market, I couldn't find a perfect Milsurp handgun for $1,000. They just don't exist, not in large enough numbers to be readily available at least. But I would like to mention that for just over $1,000, the iconic 1911 A1 chambered in .45 auto is an amazing military surplus pistol. I would say pretty darn close to perfect. I mean, come on, these are a 2-time World War champ and a truly amazing shooting handgun. Reliable, accurate, great trigger. The magazines are inexpensive, and these pistols are loaded with history. What more could you ask for as a Milsurp collector? And that was the list, but I want to know what you guys thought about it. What's your opinion on the perfect Milsurp at $350, 500, and 1,000. And were my picks okay, or did I miss something major? I want to say a huge thank you to you guys for checking the video out. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up to help it out with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future military surplus firearm videos. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.